Yay Media Group.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another amazing episode of the Perfect Pair Podcast.
You do that so hard.
That's who we are. Rock Teasy is who I be.
I'm Crystal Rock Tease better half.
Shaul is, man. Hey, appreciate all the downloads and subscriptions. Go follow the YouTube channel right now so you can see this
He said
video.
lobes.
What'd I say?
Lobes.
I said lobes.
You did.
Instead of downloads.
Right. You said lobes, but that's okay.
Perfect Pair Podcast is the YouTube channel. Go follow right now.
Rocky.
Subscribe, hit the bell so you can get alerted every time we upload a new episode.
We done lost 3.
You know what I'm saying? They said,
Just how you doing that.
Gone.
Right.
Swipe off that bad boy. What are we talking about today? Come on.
I knew it. I felt it. I felt it too. I'm glad I braced myself too. So I was listening to, I don't know if it was D.L. Hughley or somebody on the radio when I was picking up my son. And there is a story about a man finding out that he has 3 kids by his wife.
Okay.
He found out the youngest was not his.
Ooh.
And the youngest is 5.
So how do you find out? I guess you gonna tell it?
Right. I'm about to, I can tell you a story.
I want to get right to it.
I know. I'm about to tell the damn story.
I was being a fly on the wall when he found that out.
Right. So what he ended up doing, he ended up taking a test because his mama wanted him to do some ancestry thing. So of course he just did it with all his kids and just to be doing it for his kids. And then he found out that his son, because it's his son, is not his. He wakes his wife up
calmly,
and he tells her I ain't trying to wake up the kids, but it's time for you and I don't even want to say the little boy name. Time for you. I'm gonna say Lil Junior. You and Lil Junior gotta go. So she was like, "What you mean?" He gave her the papers. She was like, why are you doing that? Why are you taking a paternity test of my son? He said, "I'm glad you said it, your son." He was like, "I need you and your son to get out of my house. I am no longer taking care of it. How could you do this to me?" Wait, that's still your son. It don't matter. It don't matter.
So she didn't deny it?
No. She was like, "It's still your son. It don't matter. It's still your son. It doesn't matter. You raised him for poverty. You can't kick us out. You can't kick us out. Where are we supposed to go? What are we supposed to do?" He said, "It's not my problem." He said, "You don't think this hurt me? So you mean you don't love your son?" He was like, "Yes, I love him." He said, "Yes, this hurt me." He said, "But I'm not taking care of another son."
Ooh.
So they were asking, is he wrong for blasting her like this? And he shouldn't punish the kid like that. So they were asking, one of my guy friends was asking, Steve, he was like, what would your husband do? Because he nice. What would you think he would do?
So what I would do.
I was like, what about my opinion? But okay, I'm going to let you go though. I ain't going to say nothing.
No, I would do what he did. Calmly woke your butt up and said, I would have gave you the letter first and let you read it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to read it.
I would have let you read it first. And then
low key,
hold on.
No, I'm saying how because it's a video, and I'm gonna tell you why I can't find the video for some reason. But I'm gonna explain why. But the video when he hands her the letter, she doesn't even look at it like.
Oh, I want to make sure you read it.
No, but let me say that's why I'm saying it. She doesn't look at it as she didn't know what it was. It almost like she looked like she already knew what it was.
And she's like, "Dang, he got me.
Right.
I'm busted."
Right. So I just want to put that part in there.
Yeah.
But after that, so just so you can understand, because on that video, she never. That's what blew my mind too. You didn't never question what it was that he handed you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So she knew.
Okay.
She knew.
Right.
So
there you go.
I'm letting you read the letter.
Right.
Just so you know that now I know. And I'm gonna sit there and wait and see how you respond. Just to see. I already know in my head what I want to do. I just want to hear what you have to say about all this before I even react. And depending on what you say, if you come back like she did.
She said, "Why you going through? Why you
if you start that nonsense, man, please." So here's what's going to happen. Even if I had to leave the house for right now.
You so nice.
I'm going to be like, look, I've raised this kid for 5 years as my own. So he doesn't deserve to not have a father. So,
You so
we'll
sweet. Y'all see why I love him?
figure this out between me and him.
Mhm.
But me and you, deuces. Like, we done. Now we got to figure out how we gonna parent all of our kids or whatever. But that's done. Because especially now, if you come out with the opposite way, like, I'm busted, I'm sorry, I'm still gonna be pissed off.
Right.
And I'm probably still gonna do the same thing. Now that I think about it, I'm probably gonna be the same thing. But I don't even know if I can use this word. I would respect you a little bit more if you just don't try to make no excuses or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And,
So why just a little bit more? Because when you asked, she said yes.
No, man, because you could have told me that, especially if you knew. If you
right,
knew.
Cause she had
If you really didn't know, if you honestly didn't know,
what
you
mean?
still had to know because you slept with the other. Where did he come from?
Right.
Unless
you see how sweet he is.
Unless
he's trying to find every reason to be like.
Because that's how my mind is. I'm like, okay, because when I make my decision, and she know this.
Yeah, okay.
When I finally make my decision, whatever it is, whether it's over here or whether it's over here, I'm done.
Oh yeah, he don't play about that.
So
shit.
I gotta make sure I gotta go over it. I gotta have all the details. And once I get all the details and have all the facts, now when I make my decision, I'm gonna feel good about it. I ain't gonna regret nothing. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm deuces. You know what I'm saying?
I'm reacting off of damn.
Because sometimes women do this.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh, our producer found the video.
So we're gonna put it on the Perfect Pair Podcast Instagram page.
Is that what it is? Is it because the one was 5, and this is what I was gonna say because I think he might have found the one that I found. It's actually a trend that these women are hiding the fact that these kids are really not their spouses who they are with. They're either married or stuff. So that's why I'm saying it was hard for me to find that exact video because I was like, oh, that'll be easy to find.
Yeah.
5-year-old kid, just, just
to
look at it. When I tell y'all, it is a bunch of videos, and I think that's one of the ones that I was like, I thought it was it too, but it wasn't. But it is messed up, like how these men are finding out like 10, because that one might be the baby girl or someone's 11 years old. Yeah, I'm about to say 11 years old. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I'm sure it happens a lot.
No, it is really happening a lot. And men, listen, I don't blame you. If you got an inkling of saying like, I don't think, go
in a heartbeat.
Tested.
And don't be, and listen, if she want to come back, I can't believe you don't believe me and you don't trust me. That's your child. I can't, and want to make a big fuss about it. So what? When is the test?
Listen, listen.
Prove it. Let's go. I mean, because there's
First
too
of all,
much. There's too much evidence out there that is showing that this could not be my child.
My thing is, okay. So if you're saying different, if you're saying the evidence on that, but like this guy with the 5-year-old had no clue, was not even looking. Like when I say blindsided.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. To not know, like, thinking they're good. They have 3 kids.
Because here's the deal. She knew that she was sleeping with multiple guys at one point of her time.
Yes.
And probably was praying that this child was really her husband's.
Right.
But back in her head, she's probably like looking at the kid like,
and as long as he don't say nothing,
I'm not gonna say
family member ain't saying nothing, and they keep trying to put together why the kid look like him and why this is and that. I'm telling y'all right now, that is not cool. Y'all, as soon as you get an inkling, go get tested. You gonna save a lot of heartache down the road. What?
So the daughters are his though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The 2 older
let's
ones.
check the other 2 out. How we at it?
Well, he did everybody. That's what his mom said. That's why he did the kids.
Right.
And he found out the 5-year-old was not his. Now, I think you're so sweet. I agree with you. I don't think I would kick the little boy.
No, come on. Because that's 5 years. It ain't 5 months.
Right.
If it's 5 months, deuces.
But you even.
Out of here.
Rocky, are you serious?
Later.
You would with 5 months? What? Rocky!
Deuces. Sorry, little guy.
Rocky!
Sorry, little buddy.
Rocky!
I'll get somebody else to throw the football with you.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't do it. You would still.
For 5 years, like, come on, man. That bond is like, man.
You heard it in his voice when he started to crack, when he started to talk about the little boy.
Yep.
And he was like, don't bring his name up. You don't have a right to bring him into this. You did this.
Yep.
and he had a tear come down his face. It just was so like heartbreaking.
Oh man, I couldn't look at her the same. Like it's like because you knew, you knew,
and then you got the nerve to say he ain't right, and was saying that he ain't right for people. Women are in the time he ain't right for recording her in a private moment like that. Wait, this is another thing.
There's more.
No, the video that our producer found with the 11-year-old that he just found out. What made him go get the paternity test on that baby was because he went through her phone and she was kikiing with her friends and talking about he don't even know that this baby ain't even his.
Ooh.
So she laughing and telling everybody else with the 11-year-old.
Man.
So he went to get tested and called her out, and then they saying he wrong for a private matter. What you mean? You publicly humiliate this man
with your friends,
with people that y'all know that he goes around constantly, and they laughing at him.
Oh man.
For taking, that's what I'm saying. Like these hoes, y'all ain't shit.
I'm going straight to the judge.
Right, y'all ain't
Look,
shit.
Judge.
There's another man that has spent 5 years in prison for back child support and found out that the baby was not even his.
Come on,
5 years. And then the woman talking about, well, I know who it is. I'd have threw something at her whole ass, like right there. If
like,
I was
so casual with it.
like y'all think,
oh yeah, I know it is. My bad.
He was right. I agree. Everything he said, he's like, you know what? He was like, it should be something, a punishment for her where she should go to jail.
Absolutely.
And he motherfucking right.
Absolutely.
She need to take her ass to jail. All you hoes that doing this to these men, shame on y'all.
Yep.
Shame on y'all for doing that shit. That shit is not right. Y'all are messing up these good men that are trying to be there and be good fathers. And then y'all are heartbreaking these men that do want these kids and want to be there for a kid. And then they thinking they doing this with you 15, 16 years later, find out it's not.
You preach.
That shit is not cool. Lead these hoes. Lead them right way. And you know what? Every man that blasted these hoes on internet, good for you. Mm-hmm. They need to be blasted. And the thing is, these men are not even showing their faces.
Yeah. And
they're only showing their own faces because he's like, I'm not even recording you. Y'all need to show them hoes faces. They need to be blasted. Like y'all do blogs. We're talking about this man is a serial killer, or this man is a serial cheater. He just does this to women. He takes your money. Y'all need to do that shit for these hoes that sit up here and lie and say they pregnant by you and make you pay this child support, put you in jail, do all this foolishness and break your heart. They need to be blasted too.
Yep.
They need to be on the most wanted list too.
Now here's the deal.
Dump them hoes.
If you the woman, if you one of these chicks, you need to just admit it and say, my bad. I apologize. Don't all the extra like reasoning and excuses and why and I can't believe.
Say that shit from the beginning. Man, you know when you found out you was pregnant, we all do it. We start calculating.
Come on, man.
We be like, okay.
Just
so let me see. So
it's already bad.
You know around the time you conceived that baby. And when you go to the doctor, they tell you your approximate due date. Do the calculation. That's when you need to sit down. I have a friend that has went through this and she did it. And that's just because she knew that was some hoe ass shit to not say nothing. Don't go through the whole pregnancy, have a baby, and wait to see if the baby look like him or not. Like, because that's what most females do.
All because you're afraid of the truth.
And then some of them, I've heard women say that because they cheated with a man that's the same skin color and they kind of got the same complexion, they be like, don't say nothing because they both light skinned anyway. That's when I tell y'all hoes it's not shit. They ain't shit, and y'all men need to be paying attention to that, and y'all need to cover that up and keep your pee in your pants.
Come on, man. Yeah. Because you went. With the
5-year-old. He was there for all three of the cut the umbilical cord and everything. He explains all of that in that video, and I think that's why he was so hurt.
There needs to be a law that states like they come out and say, "Hey, like,
hell yeah."
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like
somebody need to make a law against these hoes that doing this shit, and y'all need to go to jail.
That's a good idea. So when the baby is born, there's got to be a DNA test right then and there just to confirm that this is the real father for this child.
And listen, and don't be mad.
The mother, don't take it personal.
And especially when you know you ain't not sure. All right, cool,
That's a great idea. They ought to make that a law. That should be,
because that shit
it
ain't
should
right.
become the
Because
norm.
these women they doing some foul shit, and y'all keep talking about these sorry deadbeat dads. It's just sorry deadbeat women out here that are calling themselves mothers.
Come
Just
on
because
now.
you deliver a baby don't make you a mother.
Ooh.
And what you did and how you doing and what you cheated that 5-year-old boy out of that is wrong and heartless. And now that baby's gonna have to find out and deal with the fact that you had somebody else and he don't understand why this man been his daddy his whole life, and now he's talking about he can't be a part of his life no more.
So to all the fellas out there, that if this is similar to is happening to you, look, it ain't the kid's fault. I know it's gonna be tough, especially depending on how old the kid is. But if it's in that 3 to 5 years, 2 to years, if it's over a year,
Man,
maybe
when I tell you,
2
them
to
baby,
5, you gotta be there for the kid.
I'm about to say the baby remembers you.
Yeah.
They know you.
It's tough, man.
I don't even know what it would be like to be in your shoes. I hate that for you, but
That'll be tough. If it's 2 years or more, because babies, man, at 1 they know who daddy is.
Kids remember.
You know what I'm saying? It's tough.
The stuff that they remember and they tell us about, I'd be like, you remember that? They'd be like, yep, I remember when we saw Santa Claus footprints when they're outside. I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
You were like 4 and they remember these things. And there's some things they'd be like, I don't remember doing that. But there's so many things that these kids remember and they're going to tell you about it. And then you're going to be like, dang, this is 5, 11. Come on.
Now, here's the deal.
They going to
To the
remember this
guys
shit.
that this happens to, and you decide to say, you know what, I'm going to continue to have a relationship with this child because we bonded, and you get into your next relationship or marriage, that's the first thing you need to share with your new girlfriend, mate, wife, whatever it may be.
Yes.
Get it all out, because don't be trying to, hey, this is my son, and don't tell her the whole truth.
Right. Everybody needs everything.
Because it's going to come out down the road, and that's going to be a whole nother problem. She going to be like, why didn't you tell me?
Listen, take a break too after this.
Yeah,
Leave
man.
these hoes alone and find somewhere else to find a girl. Don't go to the same pool where you found that little tadpole. Shit. So go find somewhere else. Go somewhere else, please.
Man, shame on you, man. It's shame for the ladies that do this, man. If you know, just be honest. And yes, let's pass that law that when that baby is born, before that birth certificate is signed, it's like, here you go, DNA.
Right.
Okay, you are the father.
Right. So
Or-
everybody understand before leaving the hospital, we all on the same page.
Let that doctor come in and say, let me holler at y'all for a second.
right.
This ain't the father. So
You know how many
before
marriages-
you confuse this baby right here, mama, you got some things you need to explain. I'm going to step out the room and let y'all talk, but I'm going to take the baby over here to the incubator over here or whatever.
Right. I agree.
There it is, man.
Hoes ain't shit. I'm just telling y'all. I told y'all about that last episode, them hoe radars.
Ooh-wee.
I can give a lesson out.
Sure can. On that note, deuces, y'all. We'll holler at y'all. Continue to tell a friend about the Perfect Pair podcast. We'll see y'all next time. Later.
Bye.